Hello, everybody, and welcome to Flock's Nest Sports Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Brendan, repping 54, Bobby Wagner of the Seattle Seahawks. Today, we got a great episode for you today. We will be previewing the Week 1 game between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Super exciting, ready to get back into football. Week 1 against a division rival. It's going to be great. Let's get right into it. First of all, we got some cool news. Prior to the weekend, the Seattle Seahawks have re-signed Abe Lucas to a 3-year, $46 million extension. I think this is a great deal. We'll talk more about this in the podcast next week. I'll give you my full thoughts. But as a snap reaction, love this deal. Love the player. Really want to get that offensive line settled in and ready. So I think this is perfect. So that was just a quick. We got a little bit of news, so it was really nice. But just that. For the injury report, we'll start there. On the Seahawks side of things, a pretty limited report. We have 3 players that are going to be ruled out for the game. That is Jake Bobo due to a concussion that he suffered in the final preseason game against Green Bay. Uchenna Nwosu going to be out with that knee injury. No real surprises there. Didn't expect him back for week 1. That knee injury was kind of rough. So, kind of unfortunate. Should be back at some point in the next couple of weeks, just not week 1. And then Derek Young is kind of a surprise for me. Heard nothing about this going into the game, but he has a hamstring injury. Wonder if it was just something that happened in practice. He'll be out. So those are the 3 that are out. Other players that were listed on the injury report but have no designation: Anthony Bradford with it back, Torrey Horton with his ankle, and Cody White with the shoulder, and Tariq Woolen with illness. They are all full participants today, so they should be good. So they'll be good to go on Sunday with no injury designation. On the 49ers side, lots of people listed, but not a ton of people ruled out. Nobody ruled out, but we have Jordan Watkins, wide receiver, doubtful. Jordan James, running back, doubtful. And running back Christian McCaffrey as questionable. That is a calf thing for Christian McCaffrey, which is the main person on that list to keep an eye on. Should be kind of interesting. He says he should be good to go, but that's what he said last year. And I think if you're coming into this game, if they don't have McCaffrey, that is going to be a huge deal. I think I saw something that if McCaffrey doesn't play, or because it was like he was listed as questionable, Vegas and sports odds have changed from the 49ers being favored by 2.5 points to now just 1.5. That is important to note. The Seahawks are home underdogs this week. Kind of sucks. I think they're being severely underrated in this game. But hey ho, don't really give a shit. Should be a great game. Really looking forward to it. Hopefully, Christian McCaffrey does play. Hate to see people hurt. Would be a huge bonus for the Seahawks if he doesn't. Just considering he's a fantastic player, but never want to see anybody hurt. Some other important names to mention within the 49ers questionable, within their injury report that don't have a designation for game day is Trent Williams, Michael Williams, Juwan Jennings, Bryce Huff, Ben Barch, Dominic Pooney. These guys are all on the injury report but have no game designation, so they should be good to go. But just kind of keep in mind, they are hurt or they had an injury at some point, so it is important to keep in mind that they might not be at full strength. Things I'm going to look for in this game. I'm really just going to be focusing on the offense for the Seahawks. I just want to see how they do. How the pass catchers kind of assert themselves in this game. And how this offensive line plays. I think that is going to be the number one thing I focus on is, does this offensive line look improved? Simple as that. Obviously, it is week 1. You can't put a ton of stock in it. Things will change throughout the season. But I think it is important to see how they come out in this first game at home and see how this offensive line performs. And then the pass catchers. There's no one in this pass catching room that I think has supreme talent. JSN's probably the closest, but I think it's a good group. When you look at JSN, Cooper Kupp, Torrey Horton, Jake Bobo, who isn't going to play, but I'm going to consider in their receiving core for later, and then AJ Bonner and Elijah Arroyo as tight ends. I do like this group. I just want to see. I don't know if they're going to assert themselves. So I'm going to look for that. And then the limited, I'm going to be paying attention defensively. Does it look the same as last year or similar? Are there things I'm noticing different in McDonald's second year here? Second year in the system, second year developing. Should be really interesting to see all that. Really looking forward to this game. Again, Vegas has the Seahawks as underdogs. If I'm a betting man, bet on them to cover at least, especially with a 1.5 point spread. I would pick the Seahawks to win this game. Truthfully, I don't like the 49ers in this game. Just with the injuries, this defense has a lot of question marks, especially in that interior. And the pass rush, it's going to be Nick Bosa. If Nick Bosa can't get to the quarterback, I don't really see anybody else on that team creating pressure. Now, again, it'll come down to whether the Seahawks offensive line is improved, but I do think they will be. So, something to pay attention to that I think that is going to be a storyline is the trenches in this game. How do the two offensive lines do against the two defensive lines? If I had to pick right now, I'd pick Seattle to win that battle. But we'll see. It's all going to come down to the Seahawks offensive line and how they hold up. Beyond that, not a whole ton. Really looking forward to this game. So happy to get getting back into football. The past couple of days, having football on has been great. So I'm really looking forward to this game. If I had to give you a score prediction, I'm going to go with Seahawks 24, 49ers 14. And that is a 10-point win. I think this game is going to be either really close or it's going to be a 2-score victory for either team. So I'm going to take the Seahawks 24-10. I I just got a good feeling about this game. Just everything I've heard, everything I've seen, and knowing that the struggles the 49ers could have this year, and if McCaffrey's out, I think the Seahawks could really pull this one out and be set up really good for this game. So, really looking forward to it. Should be a great game. Make sure to check out the podcast at, next week to get my reaction on the game, everything like that, to see my full reaction on the Abe Lucas signing, because I will have a more detailed breakdown by then. Go check out the other video we posted today, which is the Ravens preview that Dallas did. It was super great. Go check it out. She did a great job with that. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think the Seahawks are going to do in Week 1. What's your prediction for the game? I'd love to hear that down below. And with all that being said, thank y'all for watching.